Hi, this is Andrea Schulman again, and in today's quick law of attraction video, I have a question for you. Are you secretly afraid of manifestation cycles? So first, if you're watching this video specifically on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications because I do put out new law of attraction videos, just like this one, every single week. So please be sure to turn on your notifications so that you are notified as soon as I release a new video. All right, let's get into this topic now on being afraid of manifestation cycles, what that means, and how it applies to your ability to manifest. So I had this really fascinating coaching session the other day with one of my coaching clients, and he talked about something that I've heard other people talk about, and I think it's so relevant to the law of attraction that I really wanted to create a video around this topic, which is being afraid of manifestation cycles. And I'm just going to make that term up now because I've never heard anyone explain it this way, but I feel that this is an idea that is very important to understanding how to create your reality in a way that really works for you. And so my client mentioned during the session that, since he's learned how to focus more positively, he's noticed that he can get going pretty good and have a really good time, and then all of a sudden it feels like he hits a wall, and it's like all of the energy kind of dies out and he crashes. So these crashes are infrequent, but they do happen. And I've got a quick question for you. Have you had that experience where you get on a tear where your vibration's running really high and everything's clicking, everything looks like it's going well, and then all of a sudden you hit a wall and it's like, oh, what happened to all my good mojo? Now, if you've had that experience before, go ahead and drop me a yes below in the comments because I'd love to see how relevant this is to your experience. But in my experience of coaching people with the law of attraction, this is something that I've seen a number of times where people have this experience of things going very well and then all of a sudden having kind of this low point. And this experience, the way that this has come to me, is caused from the fact that we don't really honor and understand the cyclical nature of reality. Okay, so here's the thing. You've probably heard this by now. We all are one. We are all part of this one grand consciousness, and that everything in all of existence is contained within you. All right, maybe you've heard that before. But here's the thing. If you were having that experience of just everything all at once, you wouldn't be having this separate experience of, well, now there's this happening and now there's that happening. Because the reality that we live on is one that is based on duality. It's based on the one separating itself. All right, so there's opposites to all things. All right, so you have light and dark, you have high and low, you have fat and thin, you have cold and hot. There are these opposites of all things, and the opposite nature of things is simply all that is separating itself out so that it can experience both polarities separately. But because you are all that is having a separate experience, all things are always there for you. But here's the thing. We'll have the experience of them going away and coming back, going away and coming back. That's really how polarity works for us. So everything works in cycles. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The breath goes out, the breath comes in. The ocean wave comes up, the ocean wave goes back under. All right, and if you look at that, you will notice all things occur in cycles. All things. So this experience of hitting a wall after a peak is really caused by two things. One of those things is that as a collective, many of us have started to identify the down cycle, in many cases, not in all, as being bad. So I had this really great moment in my business and all this money was rolling in, and then all of a sudden it stopped rolling. So I started to freak out. because that seems bad, without realizing that's just a cycle. You got a push of money, now there's a little bit of a break, and then another push of money is gonna come later. It has to. It works cyclically. But what happens a lot of times is that because we've become accustomed to assuming that a down cycle is bad, when somebody is a deliberate creator or somebody who understands the law of attraction, understands the idea of manifesting through consciousness, they may get on this tear where something starts going really well, so they get really amped up about it, really excited about it, and then when it goes into its down cycle, they get upset. What did I do wrong? Well, you didn't do anything wrong, because everything comes and goes in cycles. See, your reality is very complicated. There are lots of facets to your reality. Money is one, health is one, family, entertainment, the list goes on. There are lots of facets to your life. And when we get very fixated on one facet and it goes into its dormant cycle, we can become very upset about that because it feels like that thing is lost. And while that thing is lost, what we're not attending to, what we're not paying attention to, is the fact that there are other cycles that are coming through to full manifestation as we speak. And so when somebody gets very fixated on one particular manifestation that's gone dormant, they use that as their excuse to drop their vibration without noticing that there are these other things right here, right now, that are ready for you to experience fully so that you can enjoy them fully. You can have the joyful life experience. You know, I think about somebody who maybe they've had an experience where they've lost something, right? And now all of a sudden they're depressed. They're focused on the fact that that thing has gone away. And again, you're all that is, so it never goes away. It's coming back around, all right? Just relax, it's coming back around. But they don't realize that, so they get depressed. And what do? They lock themselves in their room, they sleep all day, and they miss everything else. So they don't get all the joys that are coming to them. All right, so here's the thing that I want to leave you with today that I think is really important. Your reality is multifaceted. Your reality is a lot like a song. It's a lot like a song. There are different chords that are played at times. Sometimes they go away, sometimes they come back. The melody goes away and it comes back. The bass goes away and it comes back. Getting that experience of it all going badly for you just means, I really liked that chord. Now I'm really pissed that that chord isn't on anymore. So I'm not even listening to the rest of the song. And I'm just living in a state of disconnection while this particular facet of my life has gone dormant without listening to the rest of the song. That's what this is really about. So what I'd like to leave you with is this understanding, which is that when something peaks, great. That cycle has come into full bloom and it's wonderful. When it starts to lose its magic, when it starts to go dormant, when it goes away, ask yourself, what's coming into full bloom now? And go attend to that and live that fully. So business is going great and then all of a sudden it slows down. Well, instead of continuing to look at it and frustrated, ask yourself, what's coming through to fruition right now? Maybe your child just walked in and wanted to show you their report card. Maybe your spouse just came in, wanted to give you a hug. Maybe it's a beautiful day and it would be the perfect time to have a magical walk through your neighborhood. But if you're busy focused over here on this thing that's gone dormant, its cycle needs to come back around, you're gonna miss all of that. So look at your life as a piece of music. Get lost to it and allow each of the cycles to hit you because, trust me, one of them is coming through to full bloom in every single moment. Now, if you like this video, I might recommend another video that I've recently created entitled How to Be in the Right Place at the Right Time. And you may find that there is a link in the description to that video if you'd like to go ahead and watch it now. Also, if you haven't yet taken my Law of Attraction test, I would love to invite you to take it now. I do believe that I'm an excellent teacher of the Law of Attraction, and I explain how this mechanism works very, very well. but I also understand that the most profound experience that you can really have is a conscious one with the law of attraction, where you focus on an idea and then it manifests for you, so you can see how the principle works really in real time. So I've designed a test that you can take now, and to take it now, just go ahead again in the description and look for the link. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and have a great day. Bye-bye.